Today I'm going to make a cake from scratch in a Dutch oven using coals. I'm going to use a couple of my 10-inch Dutch ovens to make it, and it'll be a nice beautiful layer cake. The first thing I'm doing is lighting up some coals. You can see I've got that chimney pretty full because I'm going to have to do 2 full 10-inch Dutch ovens at the same time. Now the recipe will actually come up on the screen, but here I've got the sugar and I'm adding the softened butter. Now I'm going to start creaming that all together. So I'm smushing the sugar and the butter together, and what I'm really doing is getting air into the butter and air into the sugar by doing this. And I'm going to smush it quite a bit. Okay, now you can see that the butter and the sugar is fluffy and creamy, so now we're going to start adding eggs. We'll add them one at a time and work them in. Here comes another. Okay, I've got all the dry ingredients here, and I'm sifting them all together. Not only does this help mix them, but it also helps aerate them. All this effort really is just going toward getting more air bubbles mixed and more air trapped in the whole process. Okay, now I'm adding half of the dry ingredients and half of the milk. And we're going to mix that up. Once that gets to the point where it's not going to fly flour everywhere at me, then I'll start beating it. Once again, this is to get more air in it and to make sure it's very thoroughly mixed. I'm arranging the coals on top of the Dutch oven lids to preheat, so that when the time comes to get the baking started, it'll be ready for that blast of heat from the lid. Okay, we can see it's all nicely mixed and a nice, lovely, fluffy cake batter. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare the Dutch ovens. I'm grabbing some spray oil and spray the inside of 2 10-inch Dutch ovens. Then I'm going to grab some parchment paper, 2 sheets, because we've got 2 Dutch ovens. Fold it in half, and fold it like so into a triangle. It doesn't have to be pretty. Then we'll cut it into a circle. Each of which goes in the bottom. Without this, it would be almost impossible to remove the cake once it's baked. Now we pour. Now here I've got the coals set up. I'm doing 10 coals on the bottom and about 18 coals on the lid. Then I put the lids on and I tuck the coals nicely underneath the edge of the Dutch oven. And set it there to cook. Okay, it's been baking about 10 minutes. So now I'm going to rotate it. First of all, pick it up and gently turn it about a quarter turn. Then I'll rotate the lid about another quarter turn. This is to prevent hot spots from over baking certain parts of the cake. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes. We're going to check and see if it's done. If not, we'll give it a little while longer. It comes out clean. Let's check the other one. I can tell that one's not done already. Okay, so now we've baked the cakes, they've cooled off, and now it's time to assemble our layer cake. I have about a 8 to 9 inch cardboard disc that I'm going to use. I set it on top and I flip it over. The parchment has helped us. Otherwise that would have very likely fallen into bits. There we go. Now, frosting. Want to lick that? In between the layers. I'll play the same game. There we are. And then you just trim it and start decorating. Okay, here's the final product. Shall we give it a try? Yummy!